Hello children, welcome to the class. Children, in earlier class, we studied about consonants and vowels and articles. In articles, we came across a definite article and indefinite article. Right? So today in this class, we are going to learn about parts of speech and tenses. So here in English, we have 8 parts of speech. And these 8 parts of speech are again divided. So today here we will learn the basic 8 parts of speech. Why these parts of speech are important? Here when we learn the parts of speech, we come to know that how the word functions in meaning and also within the sentence. How the word functions or works in meaning and also within the sentences. Understood, children? Now, which are those 8 parts of speech? So, the 8 parts of speech are noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, interjection and conjunctions. So, these are the 8 parts of speech. Which are the 8 parts of speech? The 8 parts of speech are noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, interjection and conjunctions. Understood, children? Now let's learn in brief about each part of speech. Okay, first is noun. So what is noun? In your previous classes, you might have learned, not you might, you have learned that noun is a naming word, right? Noun is a naming word. It tells about the names of persons, name of a place, name of a animal, and name of the thing. Right? Noun is a naming word. It gives the names of persons, places, animals and things. So here, example, Aditya, Bengaluru, elephant and pen. So these are the examples for noun. Noun refers to the names of person, name of a place, name of an animal and the name of the thing. Understood? Next, pronoun. So what is pronoun? The pronoun is the word which is used instead of noun or in place of noun. Pronoun is a word used in the place of noun. So by using the name of a person, place, animal or thing again and again or repeatedly, instead of that we use pronoun like he, she, it, we, they, them, their. So like that. These are pronouns which are used instead of noun. Okay. So example, he, she, it, we, they. So these are the pronouns. Example, she plays with her brother. She plays with her brother. So in first example, instead of using or writing the name of a person, I have used pronoun she. Right? So she is pronoun. We have used instead of writing the person name. Okay. Next, we are going for a picnic. We are going for a picnic. Instead of writing each and everybody's name, I have used pronoun we. Okay. Next example, I have a red pen. It is beautiful. Okay. So here I have a red pen. I am mentioning the name of a noun, red pen. In next sentence, I said that it is beautiful. Instead of using red pen is beautiful, I have used pronoun it. It is beautiful. Understood, children? To avoid the repetition of the nouns. For avoiding the repetitions of the nouns, we use pronoun. Okay? Now, next point. Next parts of speech. Next is verb. What is verb? Verb, it denotes or expresses action. Verb tells about action. Okay, for example, jump, write, dance, eat, skip, read, walk. So these are few examples for verb. The verb is a word which denotes or which tells about action. Okay, example, he is good at jumping. He is good at jumping. So here jumping is verb. Next, she loves the dancing. Here dancing is verb. Understood, children? Now next part of speech. Next part of speech is adjective. So adjective is a word which modifies or describes a noun or pronoun. Next part of speech is adjective. Adjective is a word which modifies or describes a noun or pronoun. So here, example, my dog is a black. So here the word black is describing the noun dog. Dog is a noun. So here how my dog is? It is black in color. So the word black is modifying the noun. Modifying the noun dog. Understood, children? Next, I saw a large building. I saw a large building. So here building is a noun. The word large is describing about the building. How the building is large. Understood, children? Adjective is a word which describes a noun or pronoun. She is pretty. So pretty is an adjective because the word pretty is describing the pronoun she. And also he is smart. So here he is a pronoun and smart is an adjective. So adjective smart is describing the noun. How he is smart. Understood? Now next one. They had been playing good cricket. They had been playing good cricket. So here the word good is describing the word cricket. Right? How did they play? Or the word good is modifying or describing pronoun they and also cricket. How did they play? They had been playing a good cricket. The word good is describing pronoun they and also the word cricket. Okay, next one. Adverb. What is adverb? Adverb is a word which modifies or describes a verb. Adverb, it describes a verb, an adjective or another adverb. Okay, adverb is a word which modifies or describes a verb. How the action took place, that is soft, hard, quick, slow. These are the examples for adverb. And children, one thing you should remember that always adverb ends with ly. Always adverb ends with ly, and there are some other words which acts as adverb. Okay. Next, adverb modifies or describes a verb and adjective. Adjective itself is a describing word. Here adverb, it also describes an adjective and also another adverb. It also describes another adverb. Okay, example, gently, extremely, carefully, quickly. So these are the few examples for adverb. And always adverbs ends with ly. Sometimes the other word acts as an adverb based on the sentences. Okay. Example, cheetah is always faster than a lion. Cheetah is always faster than a lion. So the word always is acting as an adverb and it is describing the verb faster. Right? Fast is verb. So the word always, it is describing the verb. So the word always is acting as an adverb. And next example, the tortoise walks slowly. The tortoise walks slowly. So here walk is verb and the word slowly is describing the verb. Okay. Next, brush your teeth gently. Brush your teeth gently. So here the word gently is adverb. So it is describing the verb brush. Brush your teeth gently. Now I hope you have understood about 5 parts of speech. Next we'll move on to next parts of speech. These are next parts of speech. Prepositions. What are prepositions? Prepositions are the words placed before a noun or a pronoun to form a phrase. Phrase means a sentence. To form a phrase modifying another word in a sentence. So preposition is a word used before a noun or pronoun to form a phrase, to frame a sentence and modifying another word. Modifying means describing another word in a sentence. So in a simple way, we can say that preposition is a word which is used to show the positions. Which is used to show the positions. So for example, by, with, on, in, above, under, below, beneath, across, then about, until. So these are few examples for prepositions. The sentence. She put the pizza in the oven. She put the pizza in the oven. So here the word in is a preposition which is showing the position of the pizza. Where is the pizza? In the oven. So inside. In means inside the oven. Understood. Next, the plane was flying above my head. The plane was flying above my head. So here the word above is preposition which shows the position where the plane was flying. Okay, next, the coin is on the glass. The coin is on the glass means top of the glass. The prepositions are the word used to show the position of a noun. Okay, next, conjunction. The conjunction is a word which is used to join the words, phrases or clauses. Conjunction is a word which is used for joining the words, phrases or clauses. Example, and, or, but, while, because, since, though, although. So these are few words which come under conjunction. Okay, example, Jani and Jamie are good friends. Jani and Jamie are good friends. Next, he is rich but harsh-minded. He is very rough. He is very tough. Okay, so he is rich but he is not kind-hearted. He is very harsh to others. So here the word and is joining the two persons, Jani and Jamie. So in second sentence, the word but is joining the words rich and harsh-minded. Understood, children? Next, interjection. So interjection is a word used to express emotions, feelings, whether it is sad, happy, surprised, tired. So interjection is a word which is used to express emotions. And remember, always interjections ends with exclamatory mark. Interjection always ends with exclamatory mark. The words comes under interjection of ho, wow, alas, oops, bravo. So these are the few words which comes under interjection. The first one, oops, they can't do this job. So it is showing the sad emotion, right? Oops, they can't do this job. Next, wow, this picture is beautiful. So here, surprising, happy emotion, right? Wow. When you look at the beautiful picture, we come across the word wow, right? Alas, he is dead. Right? We are expressing the sad emotion, shocking. Understood? Interjection is a word which is used to express emotions. Children, I hope you have understood parts of speech. Next, we will move on to tenses. Children, next topic is tenses. So, what is tenses? So, tenses denotes when action took place. Tenses denotes when an action took place. So, in tenses we have three parts. That is present tense, past tense and future tense. Okay, first one, present tense. So present tense, it denotes the action which happens in the present. So when the action happens right now, so that action is known as present tense. Okay, present tense denotes the action which happens in the present. It denotes unchanging situations, general truths, specific facts and habits. So present tense denotes general truth, always truth and unchanging habits and scientific facts. So for example, the children are at home. The children are at home. Now, the earth is spherical. Here in these two sentences, the children are at home. That is true, general truth. Now, so in this pandemic situation, the children, you people are at home, right? Next sentence, the earth is spherical. This is scientific fact. Okay, the earth is spherical in shape. Now, next example, we drink milk in the morning. Some people, they drink milk in the morning. That is their habit, unchanging habit. Next, we get up early in the morning. So, this is also an unchanging truth and habit. Right? So, present tense is a word which denotes the action which takes place in the present time. It also denotes about scientific facts, general truths, and unchanging situations and habits. Okay. Next tense is past tense. Past tense is a word used to denote the actions that were completed before the present time. Means past tense is a word which denotes the action which has already happened in the past. Okay. So, past tense is a word used to denote to the actions that were completed in a time period before the present time. Okay, we use ed form in the past tense. So, we use ed form in the past tense. For example, played, danced. So, these are regular verbs which is ending with ed. So, there are irregular past tense form which is completely different from the verb. For example, wrote, ate, saw, bought. Okay, so these are few examples for irregular past tense form of verb. So now example, I saw a movie yesterday. So yesterday is referring to the past action, past day, right? Yesterday. So I saw a movie yesterday. Next, we played football match last week. We played football match last week. So these two examples are denoting the past tense. Okay, next we will move on to future tense. Children, next tense is future tense. So future tense is a tense which denotes to an action which takes place later, that is in the future. Future tense is a word which refers to an action which takes place later. For example, I will meet my friend in the weekend. Now it is weekdays. So I will meet my friend in the weekend. That is future. So when will you travel? So here I'm asking question, when will you travel in future? Okay, next, we will paint our house next week. We will paint our house next week. So here next week is referring to future tense, the action which takes place later. Mr. Children, I hope you have understood today's class. In the next class, I'll come up with new topic. Thank you, children.